So before you list your home for sale and before your real estate agent slaps a sign on your lawn, it's important to understand the dynamics of this particular seller's market right here in 2016 in order to set yourself up for success. So guys, let's cut out all of the BS, cut out all of the fluff. Let's get straight to the point, okay? Whether you use my team and I, okay, or you use somebody else, this advice is practical for you, okay? So emotionally detach yourself from the property. That's rule number one, especially if you've been living in the house for a long time. It's really easy to be attached to something and to expect that your house is worth so much more than it actually is, because to you it is, okay? But you got to understand that your house is a product and it's on the market for buyers that have never seen your house and don't have attachment to the house. So ways to do this are to take down your personal items and pictures of the property. Take down those old family photos. Take down, all of your personal knickknacks. Declutter the house a little bit. It's going to kind of remove you from that emotional attachment a bit, okay? Understand that your property has a fair market value again, and buyers are savvy. They understand what fair market value is. They've got 900 or so websites they can look up comps on. It's just the amount of information out there is totally unbelievable that these buyers have access to. Rule number two, understand the market. What is causing this seller's market right here in Rhode Island? Do you know the answer? You might know some of them. Maybe you know all of them. But if not, lack of supply. There's only 3,400 active homes in the market. There's supposed to be over 7,000, okay? So we have a huge supply and demand issue. The increased demand, where's it coming from? You can't, like I said earlier in the show, you can't even pump your gas without hearing about the real estate market rocking at the pumps. You know how they have those little TVs up there? Crazy, right? But overall, stronger economy. Millennials are stepping up to the plate and they're buying a lot of the entry homes, which is causing folks to move on up into the secondary market. And then you've got, the mid-price ranges in the luxury market. It's all compounding domino effect that is actually started right now by the millennials. So pretty cool. Rent and some Gen Xers. The rent is nearly 30% higher than it was in 2009, and it's still more affordable to own than rent in almost all cases. So your basic 3-bed apartment is around $1,200 per month here in Rhode Island compared to in 2009 when it was $840. That's a huge swing, and rents are going to continue to increase because that's what they've been doing, and we don't see a stop to it anytime soon. Terms, okay, now lending guidelines have eased up and they're allowing consumers with a lower credit score to purchase properties under a wider array of lending platforms, okay? So if you had thought that you couldn't get a mortgage before, if you're concerned that, you're not ready for the market, I think you should speak with a mortgage professional or a real estate agent and pretty much, try to get all this information together, because you might be a lot closer than you had imagined. And imagine if you could be spending $1,000 a month versus $1,200 a month, or even $1,300 a month, okay? And now you have equity and you also have tax write-offs. So it's definitely worth looking into. Number 3, price your property appropriately, okay? So how do you figure that out? First off, should you be selling? Okay, just because you might want to take advantage of the market doesn't mean that you can take advantage of the market. And this is that no BS that I was telling you about. Now, the first thing I do when I sit down with my clients or potential clients is I say, look, let's break down all the costs here right now. Okay, every little last cost that could come up. Let's talk about worst case scenario. What are you going to net? What can you net? And if you have to bring money to the closing table, depending on your situation, either A, you're a candidate for a short sale, or B, maybe hold on to the property, see where the market goes. Okay, because it's not right for everybody to sell right now, but for a majority of people, it is. So we're first off going to look at that, okay? We're going to look at your motivation in selling. Where are you going to go? If we sell your property fast, okay, because a lot of houses are selling within about 70 days on market here in Rhode Island, where are you going to go? Okay, so those are important things to look at first. Okay, but how long do you have before you need to sell? Okay. A couple of things. You don't want your property sitting on the market for a long, long time because then it becomes stale. But at the same time, you don't want to give your property away. We understand that. Okay. So how high is the market anticipated to grow within that time frame? That's what we need to look at. Okay. And like I said, either myself or another educated realtor in your area in Rhode Island can help you figure that out and anticipate where the market's going. Okay. So also understand that when a home sits for 80 days on the market, the buyers begin to question what's wrong with this property. Okay. So you don't want it to sit for so long. If it is sitting that long, then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to figure out if it's price or marketing. And again, that's a conversation that you're going to have with your real estate agent. Okay. Don't price yourself outside of the market. Okay, so basically if there's a sold comp, a house that's sold recently in the past 6 months right down the road for you, that's pretty much like your house. It's sold for $215. Don't expect to get $250 for it right now, okay? Especially if there's somebody in the neighborhood on it, $225. Or on the other end of things, let's play devil's advocate. Let's just say if somebody is on the market for $260 and they're exactly like your house or a little bit different, and that other house sold for $215, don't go all the way up to $250. You might want to be at that $225 because you might still be able to earn that because the market did increase a bit, and you'll sell at a higher price, and that other listing will work harder for you and will bring buyers into your house. Okay. Couple of other things. Again, understand that buyers are very educated. Like I said, there's over 900 websites that they can look on in regards to pricing, in regards to the area, and so on and so forth. So you're going to want to make sure that you're not way out of the ballpark. When you do go 2 weeks on the market with 0 showings, okay, most likely you're probably way over in price. Okay, so again, you're going to have to talk with your agent about that. And also know what is happening in your location. Is your neighborhood oversaturated with competition? Or is there a scarcity of homes? That will all affect your price. Is your area desirable for your price range? Okay. And all other questions that will determine your price point are going to be, discussed at you when a realtor has more time to do so than on this show. So again, if you have any further questions, give me a call, 401-359-2338. You can also go on the roundtableradio.com, go under the contact section, and you can ask me any questions right there. It'll send me an email right from my website.